Now that we have the aesthetic pictures out of the way, let's them hustlers keep on talking. They like the way I'm walking. And that you want me, so press record and let you feel me. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Lex, and as you can tell, we're back in the kitchen, which means another what I eat in a day vlog. Okay, so I'm still obsessed with mango pineapple tropical smoothies, but I'm not just gonna have that for breakfast. I'm going to cook some drop biscuits because I have been obsessed. I have the perfect recipe now for drop biscuits, so let's go ahead and hop into that. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar to the almond milk to create vegan buttermilk, and just let that curdle for like 5 minutes. So the first recipe that I ever used calls for 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Here is the unsalted butter that I use. But at the time I only had 5 tablespoons, so I used 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter and 3 tablespoons of like regular salted butter, and it turned out perfect, so I kept that. And what was different about this recipe is that she said to melt the butter, and I feel like in biscuit recipes they tell you like to cube it and chill it, and I feel like it made the biggest difference in drop biscuits. So I'm about to melt this and then let it chill while we get the dry ingredients ready. Start off with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm using unbleached organic. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. A half a teaspoon of baking soda. 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then 1 teaspoon of salt. Now another thing that I did different, the lady in the video said to pour the butter into the buttermilk, but y'all know we don't be reading or watching things all the way through, so I assumed when she said melt the butter that she just poured it straight in, and I did that. So that's what I've been doing because I'm sure it works the same. In the vegan buttermilk. This should yield like 6 to 8 biscuits, depending on the size. The size I made 7 biscuits. You can put these in the oven for like 15 minutes until they're golden brown. I have my oven set to 440 because, like I said, I'm hard-headed and never can set it to what they say. So yeah.
Okay, y'all, so the biscuits are pretty much done, but I mixed some butter and agave. You can mix honey too, but if you want it to be 100% vegan, use agave, work the same. Because I want it to have like that sweet taste that kind of like Church's biscuits have. And then I'm going to put them back in the oven for like 2 minutes. I already hear it sizzling. All right, all done. Now I have biscuits for later too. So good. Okay. All right, y'all, it is lunchtime. I'm reheating some chickpeas because I think I'm about to make a kale Caesar salad. Those are pretty much done. And it is so important to massage your kale. I feel like it tastes better, but it definitely digests better. I went ahead and made me a kale Caesar salad, and I make kale salads or just like bowls all the time, so a lot of it was already cooked. The only thing cooked is the chickpeas, and so I just reheated those up, added some avocado, red onion, croutons, pumpkin seeds, some red grape tomatoes. I switch it up each time. Whatever I have in the fridge is what goes into my salads. The plant-based Caesar dressing that I used is by Simple Truth, that's sold at Kroger's. I love that one. So I went ahead and massaged the dressing into the kale. So all of this is on a bed of kale. Make sure you massage your kale so your stomach won't get upset by it. And of course, I've been drinking water throughout the entire day. Like, I don't drink water with my meals, but I drink water throughout the entire day. Now that we have the aesthetic pictures out the way, let's mix it all together. All right, I'm about to enjoy this, watch some Netflix, and I'll see y'all for dinner. Okay, y'all, so it is time for dinner. I want to go ahead and start a little bit early because I'm cooking kind of like a whole Sunday dinner, comfort food, soul food. I'm cooking foods that I really wanted to cook on Thanksgiving, but I kind of let other people take the reins. You know, a lot of folks like to offer vegan options, but they still, you know, a little closed off on like actually looking up recipes. So they just kind of like do whatever they think. Mac and cheese being one of those things. Like, you can't just go about vegan mac and cheese the same way you do traditional mac and cheese. It just won't turn out the same. My granddaddy tried, he really did. But it just ended up being a whole bunch of congealed vegan cheese, a ton of butter, and seasoned noodles. So yeah, I didn't really get to enjoy vegan mac and cheese for Thanksgiving, so I want to cook that. I didn't make mashed potatoes. Everyone and their mama loves sweet potatoes and sweet potato casserole. I love sweet potatoes, but I don't like sweet potato casserole because it's just too sweet for me. I think sweet potatoes is sweet enough on its own. So yeah, I want to make some mashed potatoes because I feel like mashed potatoes in general is just one of my comfort foods. Like, I love potatoes. I could eat them every day. I could eat them 3 times a day, and I refrain from doing that. And then Impossible was on sale, so I'm gonna make a little mini meatloaf. And then of course some fresh greens because we still want a balanced meal. So yeah, I'm excited. Let's go ahead and hop into this. I know I'm gonna have to be moving the camera around a lot. Hopefully not too much. It's gonna be a long process since I'm recording it too, but if I wasn't recording, I feel like I would have everything done like in an hour and a half. So yeah. All right, so here is the blended up cheese sauce, which has butternut squash, sweet potato. I steamed some cauliflower, boiled a small rusted potato and like a handful of baby carrots, added a ton of nutritional yeast and blended it up with some almond milk. So I'm going to add like a cup of raw cashews to it. I'm gonna boil them first since I didn't soak them to make the sauce creamier, and then I'll add in some Daya shreds. Alright, for the meatloaf, I'm using Impossible. It was on sale, so that's good. Onions, bell pepper, some just egg to bind, and then of course a bunch of seasoning, vegan Worcestershire sauce, some umami, florries, you know, all the good stuff. Got some breadcrumbs here, and then some ketchup to top it off. Okay, I'm not gonna glaze it yet. I'm gonna cover it with aluminum foil and put it in the oven with the mac and cheese. The oven's set to 380, and I'll probably cook it for like 12 minutes and then take it out with the glaze on and then put it back in. And the mac will probably be in there for like 25 minutes. Everything's cooked. I just need that just egg to cook, you know, the cheese to melt. On top, I'll probably broil the top to get it real nice and melted. Alright, it's been in there for like 12 minutes. I mixed some barbecue sauce, ketchup, and just some black pepper for the glaze. Alright, that's good. This will go back in the oven for like 15 minutes. And for greens, I'm going to have some steamed green beans. I think green beans are the perfect green to pair with meatloaf. So I'm going to throw these in a steamer, and that'll be my green. The greens are steaming. Go ahead and start plating. So ready to grub. Got the mac and cheese, meatloaf, greens, and mashed potatoes. Here is the plate, y'all. I don't even want to talk too long because I am ready to eat. And the more it sits here, the colder it gets. All right, y'all, so that is the end of the vlog. Everything was delicious. I am about to head to bed. Follow me on Instagram. I record a ton of food content on Instagram. I'm recording on my phone because my camera died and I have no idea where to look. And I like to look in the lens. But anywho, follow me on Instagram. I post food content and I pretty much save all of it, so you can still go through and look at it. Also, happy holidays. It's like a day before Christmas. So you'll get this video after Christmas, but before New Year's. So the next What I Eat in a Day video will definitely be in the new year, and I will do a come to the gym with me part in that video. Have a blessed rest of your week. Be safe during this holiday season, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Who do I call if it ain't you? Tell me who to call if it ain't you.